First, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. So we are in the middle of December, or coming to the middle of December, almost time for the holidays, and I'll be going home to the States, and I'm really looking forward to hanging out with my family. It's going to be really special this closing of the year because I finally finished draft 4 and I sent it off. It is the time to hit send on draft 4. No matter what comes of this draft, I am very pleased that I did it. I got to see the story up until this point. I'm going to take a much needed break because it has literally been since June that I have been working on this, literally nonstop and every single day living in this world. So it feels really, really good right now to hit send. Ooh, it's sent. Man, that was last week. And this week, I've just been trying to decompress and get myself out of that world, which coincidentally made certain plot points come rising to the surface. And so I had a couple of new chapters that I started meditating on, I'll say, but I haven't actually started writing on. But I wanted to take a very intentional break away from the project. And I'm so glad that I did finish it and I sent it off. And yeah, I just feel very free going into the holidays and not haunted by this incomplete that has been tormenting me for the whole year. But that is where we are with draft 4 of this project. And yeah, next year I'm hoping I can draft a new project. I think this was my goal a couple of years ago, but then I never got to it. Working at several novels at a time is definitely not going to be something I can do because when I'm in revision mode, I'm so overwhelmed with each of the characters, the entire setting, trying to make sure that the theme shows up on every page. And that was one of the things I learned the most out of this draft. I was trying to make sure I told this story in a linear or in a structure that got the theme across. And I don't think I was successful in this draft, but I did get closer. That, of course, will continue to be the goal and the mission and all of that. And then after I sent it, my agent, hopefully she's still wanting to represent the novel, she started asking me about my online presence and if I'm, still on social media, because we all know to get into publishing, it is very difficult. And if you don't already have like a following or, publishers are, I guess, looking at the fact that they're going to have to pull all of the weight as far as marketing your project, they're not as inclined to take it on, which is, I get it business-wise, but it's a bit disheartening because one, I've taken a huge break away from social media in the last couple of years, and just the last 2 years I've been trying to come back. But before that, I took a very deliberate step back from being so online and trying to build up this personality on here. And so now that I'm trying to build something up so that publishers might look at me twice or just give me the fighting chance, that's where we are. But yeah, as we all know, this year I haven't been as diligent about it, but I have the next few weeks to just figure out what exactly I want to be doing on here. And now that I have a bit more free time and my brain is not in revision mode, I can do that. But I'm still working well over on Substack and just writing, free writing. And if you are interested in following me over there, you can go and follow the Traveling Bibliophile on Substack. And I'm also on TikTok. So I'm trying to cover all of my bases: video, short form content, written content, and yeah. What I want to talk about today is the book that I've just finished reading, and it is Barbara Kingsolver's Demon Copperhead. I keep doing that, but Demon Copperhead. And this was such a beautiful novel. Over on TikTok, I did rank all of the books I read this year from least to most enjoyable. And I think I put this at number 7. And at the time I hadn't finished it. And my biggest gripe was that it's so freaking long. But I probably would have ranked it a bit higher if I could go back and do it, because I definitely think it's top 5 reads of the year for me. It takes place in Virginia, for those of you who haven't read it, and it is the story of a boy who is born to an addict, and then his life is just marred by trials and tribulations, and he then falls into addiction, and there's not really a lot of opportunities out there for young people or any people because they are forgotten. And she's just giving voice to this very interesting part of the American population. And I think this was such a great book for me to read after this current election, because I was so disappointed after the results, disappointed and shocked and upset with myself for being so shocked, because I think I have this privilege of having left the country and, traveling, and I've got, amazing parents who, allowed me to just be curious and like figure stuff out on my own. And I'm very much aware of all of the puzzle pieces that allow me to be in this position right now, and then to be as disappointed with the American election or presidential election that just happened. But I will say that this book touched me in a way that I probably went to school with a lot of kids like Demon, and I don't think I realized how much people are going through, and that not everyone has both their parents, not everyone has a community that wants the best for them and won't steer them in, not the best direction. Like, I have an amazing stepfather who is my father, and I didn't have to, deal with just being thrown around from foster homes to people just like trying to do right. Like, I know I'm rambling right now, but I think that she did such a great job painting this picture of this character that just reminded me it's important for everyone to be heard and seen in society, and to make sure that at the bare minimum, like, children need to be protected and children need to be taken care of, and it breaks my heart to know that there's so many kids out there that aren't being taken care of, and that they don't have parents that are, looking out for them. So I thought it was too long. I will say that. I think that even every chapter, every page, like, drew me in, but for some reason I still feel like this book could have been like cut back by maybe 150 pages, if not 200 pages. But I did mark up quite a bit. I have a lot of thoughts. I'll probably write something up and put it on Substack, so that way I can really flesh out my thoughts and it's not so rambling, but I'm glad that I read it. I don't know why I'm standing also. Let's sit down. Let's sit down and talk books, why don't we? Also, there's construction happening, so I'm trying to finish this video really fast before the construction starts making a lot of noise. Let's see. Some goals for 2025. I definitely want to get through more of Jose Saramago's fiction, and the first two books that I will be getting to are Seeing, which is the follow-up to the book Blindness, which I absolutely loved, and then I'm going to read The Cave, and he's got like 15 novels that I need to get to after that. So 2025 is going to be a year of Jose Saramago. And then I'm hoping I can read The Message by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I don't know if I'll get to this before I head to the States, and I'm not sure I'm going to take it with me because I don't want to carry too many things. Forgive the sound if it's too loud. And then Tim Alberta's The Kingdom, the Power, and the Glory. I've been wanting to read this book forever, and I just got it last month, but because I was in the middle of Damon Copperhead, I haven't started. Well, I did start it, but I haven't like sat with it. So maybe I'll do that tonight. But yeah, I just have some goals and some planning out and organizing what I want 2025 to be about and what I want it to look like. I don't know how many books I want to get through next year, but I think aiming around 20 books is pretty good for me, and it doesn't overwhelm me, and at least I can be very particular about what I read and not feel like as if I have to get every single book. I am also looking forward to going to more literary festivals. I've started collecting a calendar of different book festivals happening next year, and hoping that each month I can go to the ones that are obviously in Europe, but just seeing if I can get some of that traveling connected around, or the traveling based off of the literary festival. So that is my big goal for 2025. So yeah, so it's literary festivals, Jose Saramago, and to write more. This week I am going to be heading back home, so I'll probably do the rest of the videos for this year in the States. So that's my little update. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video now so I can post it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.